Hey guys, what's going on? This is Matt Wenning at winningstrength.com, and today we're going to talk about hand placement on the bench press. Now, there's a lot of confusing information on this particular topic on the internet. If you guys have been following my Facebook pages or my Instagram pages, both at Wenning Strong and Wenning Strength, you'll see that I've been posting quite a few videos of people dropping weights on their chest and actually one guy dying and another guy nearly getting choked out on the bench press. Now, this can be avoided in multiple ways, which we're going to attack today. But the one big thing that I want to attack and try to fix as many of you as I can is where you put your hands on the bar. Now, from my experience, I have a master's in biomechanics. I've broke multiple world records in powerlifting, both equipped and raw. I have a 611 raw bench press, and I'm currently enrolled in my PhD at Concordia University. So those are my experience levels, and this is the people that I've trained. I've trained the San Diego Padres, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Carolina Panthers. So for those of you that are so-called experts in this field, please refer to those particular accolades. And if you don't have some of that particular education, please stop teaching people how to train, because it's hurting the entire industry and you're actually hurting people in general. So let's get to how to set up your hands properly for a massive bench. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is, now that we understand where our hands should be, the first thing that we want to do is we want to push our hand into the bar as hard as we can. We're not twisting, we're not doing anything. We're just pushing the bar into our hands and smashing it in there. Once we smash our hand, the next thing we're going to do is fully cusp the bar. Now, when you're grabbing this position on this bar, you need to be white knuckling or squeezing about as hard as you can. This is going to allow the entire kinetic chain to be in play with your bench press and protect your rotator cuff. Most people that I have seen that's hurt their shoulder with the bench have a loose hand. It's just laced in their hands. Their hand might be closed, but they're not gripping the shit out of it. My point being is, with the suicide grip, is how do you grip something really, really tight without your thumb around the bar? The answer is you don't, okay? And it's gonna force you to have your wrist back really far to be able to hold that position and not drop it. This causes a couple of problems. Understand that the bar needs to be squeezed at all times, and that our grip can't be as strong as possible with our thumb not around the bar, okay? The thumb has to go around the bar in order to squeeze it as tight as we can, which I showed you a study for, and if you read the description, there'll be a study there as well that tells you why you want your thumb around the bar. It's not really that complicated, and it's not even a preference. It's an actual fact, okay? Now, the next thing is once I have that hand squeezed as hard as I can, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my thumb into the bar. Not as hard as I can, but I'd say about 30%. So when I get this set up and in my hand as tight as I can, I'm gonna turn my thumb into the bar. Look what it's doing to my elbow. It's pulling my elbow in just about 10 degrees. So now when I take the bar out, I'm squeezing, I'm turning. Now my arms are like pistons. They want to go straight up and straight down. They don't want to do anything weird like this or that, which is going to cause the bar to drop. And it's going to make me like a piece of machinery going down and coming up in a straight line. Now, why is straight line bench pressing so important? Well, it's important for a handful of reasons, and I'm going to show you.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. 6, 7, 8. It is, Mom. 9. Easy. 10.
The one reason that we want to push straight up and down with that thumb turned in is because if I come up and I fail, I'm going to fail right back down to my chest. And now I can roll the bar down and get out of it. Or If I don't have collars on it, I can dump it and get out of there, right? So if I'm benching over my chest and I fail, it's not as big of a deal as if I'm J-curve benching when I come up and throw it over the rack. Because now when I get here and I'm benching in a J-curve or using too much shoulder, if it comes back down, it's in the bad spots. It's in my face, it's in my throat, and it's probably going to cause me some serious shit if I'm not thinking about it. So you want to press in a straight line, and the only way to do that is to keep your lats locked in tight. This is why we use a lot of lat work before we bench press and a lot of tricep work. The stronger your lats and the stronger your triceps, the more straight your bar path is. If your bar path is straight, you're not going to have a problem throwing it over your throat or your face, or at least effectively minimize that process. This is why winning warm-ups are so important, and you need to watch the videos on that. So we've learned that the hand squeezes and the thumb turns into the bar. None of the bulldog grip bullshit. Just up, squeeze, twist. Okay? What we also do is we make sure we push in a straight line. A straight line bench press gives us an option to be able to fail at the chest and not make a mistake. And then we're going to get to the last and most final thing that a lot of you beginners and intermediates need to do if you don't have a team member or you're training by yourself in the gym. Okay, the last and final step, and again, this is going to be super important if you're a beginner, an intermediate, or an advanced lifter that trains by yourself. Having a bench like the Wenning Strength bench with these adjustable spotters is a no compromise thing that you need to be doing in your training. You can adjust these and set these up, at least in my model you can, and this will allow you to have a safeguard in case something goes wrong. No matter how advanced we are, no matter how strong we are, no matter how much we think we know about training, shit happens. And having your body in a position to have safeguards is insanely important and something that we hold really high regard at Wenning Strength, and why we build the bench press the way we do. These spotter arms now are set up to the exact position I would use if I was doing max effort work by myself, which in my opinion is not a great idea. You want to have training partners. One, because you're going to make small mistakes, especially as a beginner and an intermediate. So if you think walking into the gym and just training with intensity without having technical mastery is important, you're dead fucking wrong. What's important is doing everything perfect from day one to the last day, or day 1000, okay? You wanna make sure that you're doing everything perfect, and it takes years to figure that out. Not weeks, not months, years. The bench press is no exception to those rules. So with this type of a system, adjustable spotters, and again, we have these holes every half of an inch. So a lot of squat racks and a lot of safety racks tend to have spotter arms that are not adjustable, but maybe every 1.5 to 2.5 inches, which could impede you doing full range of motion bench presses with it. This is why we made it this way. And there are other companies that make it as well, like Elite FTS. But I want to show you how this is going to work. So, have a bench. I'm going to take it out, get it ready to bench press. I'm going to come down and touch. Notice that it will not touch the catch pins. I press it, I make it. Now, I'm going to bench press, and I'm not going to make it. I'm going to come down. I'm going to get in trouble. My wrists are going to collapse. The bar is going to go this way, and I'm saved. Now I can crawl out of it, or I can at least wait until somebody can get away from me. But it didn't smash me in the face, and it's not going to choke me out. You're saved. 100% fine. Okay? So what I want you guys to understand is make sure that you have this type of setup if you're going to be pushing the limits, especially by yourself. But more importantly, have a group with somebody that's highly skilled watching what you do, which is what we do on online coaching and what we do here at the facility. And so many people do not take advantage of it. So if you think online coaching or having a skilled person around you is expensive, wait till you get the bill for getting your face reconstructed. I felt that it was important to make this video because, one, I'm not an advocate of thumbless grip. I think it's more danger than people are aware of. Number two, I think that having the right equipment is also insanely important, especially if you're going to, one, train by yourself, or 2, you're not sure your form is impeccable or near perfect, which most people's are not in normal gyms. Number 3, don't get confused with using Bulldog grips or anything crazy. Just think 2 things in your hands: press in, squeeze, press in and squeeze, and twist. If you do those 2 things, your bench position is going to be a lot better and a lot stronger. So for more help, come on to WenningStrength.com, check out the Elite Train Heroic Conjugate app, and then you can also check out online coaching to make sure you have a professional watching your bench press and fixing your form before it's too late and you get caught in this kind of a problem and end up having a serious injury. We're here to help. We're here to make sure you do things safe, and we hope to see you on the website. Talk to you guys later.